Welcome to the Succulent home, and I am back from my little vacay, and I am putting up a video right now for you with planting these two beautiful succulents that my dad brought back and my mom from their little Monterey getaway for themselves. So I need to plant these up very quick. I had them in the house while I was gone. I forgot to tell my girls to bring them out, and as you can see that they started stretching. So I got these cute little pots from the secondhand store, and you could see 69 cents. This one was 78 cents. And they're a perfect size with drainage already for these two succulents that I have. So I want to individually pot them. I'm not gonna put them in an arrangement because I wanna see how they can grow on their own in these two little pots. I don't have any covering right here, any sticker, like, you know, with the usually that little mesh sticker that I usually use. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this kind of like moss that I have in a basket, and I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of that pot because you can see how the soil, it will keep as a barrier for the soil. And that's all we want anyways for drainage holes, is for just so that they can create some kind of barrier, but that the water will still drain through, but it'll still have, you know, because they're pretty big holes, so you don't want that too big of a hole. Anyways, okay, so traditional soil that I always use, put this to the side. Let's do this one first. So I missed potting. I still have to put my whole green thumb workshop together. I'm thinking I'm not going to put my work table up against that wall area because I believe I need to have more room behind the workstation because it's better as like for the camera view. So like right now, this table is in the middle of the workstation, and I have the camera and the tripod behind the table. You'll see when I put a whole like tour, succulent workshop tour together for you. So right now I'm just taking all the bottom of this apart. Let me go ahead and show you. I want to try to show you without ruining the whole view. So over on this side, so you can see better right here. Yeah, that's a better view. I'm getting it together, guys. I'm getting it together. The hardest part about leaving, so as you can see, I have this workstation has like a little area where I can like work with the soil and break it up. So anyways, the hardest part about leaving on vacation is coming back and having to, you know, clean and I usually clean before I leave so I don't have to come back to a dirty house. And my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter were so good about making sure that the house stayed clean while I was gone. But you know, there's things you have to unpack and you have to do laundry, so it's not as easy as like just coming back and, you know, and you adjust. Look at these little babies. Do you see those little babies right there? That's why I don't want to do too much with tearing them up, because I want those babies to do well too. It is dry, so I'm gonna have to look at, and all these ones I'll use to propagate. So I am gonna have to water a little bit. So for those of you who were able to catch my Insta stories, I hope you loved coming along while I took you on my little journey. Indianapolis was a beautiful place. They're very patriotic there. It is, let's see, hot, but not too, it wasn't too hot while we were there. I think the hottest was 90. They do have some humidity, but it wasn't as bad as when I went to New Orleans. The humidity in New Orleans is kind of, it was lethal when we went. Plus, it was like hurricanes and all that season. So I think that played a factor in the humidity. I'm glad everybody is safe in Florida. Shout out to Emily and even Ruthie, who's out in Florida. If I'm forgetting anyone else, I'm sorry, my apologies. But man, that is so scary to know that, you know, you can't control the weather and it can do whatever it really wants to do. So I'm so blessed and happy that my friends out there, their homes and family and everything was safe. So that's a good thing. So praise God for that, right? Want to give God the glory when things happen and we're protected. Now, so you see that? Look at how pretty. You could see the babies if I hold it close enough, right there. So I don't want to, like, you know, get too close with pushing on the soil. Well, summer is officially getting over with, guys, and now we're heading into fall. So if you have any ideas on any fall arrangements that you would like to see me do, let me know. I seen one that I want to do and I have in mind. I'm going to keep it a secret, but because I would love to surprise you guys. Okay, so that's one down. One down. Don't want to touch the top part because of the whole, you know, natural sunscreen that God created these to have. If you notice that white powdery stuff, for you who are new to the succulent game, that right there is, it's natural sunscreen that's on there. And that's how creative our creator is. He thought of everything, you know? So even the sunscreen on these. So I think it looks really cute in this little pot. So let's go to number 2. So using the same soil I just used in the other one. There's so many things I have to pot up. See, here's the deal. When you like leave and you already had stuff that you needed to pot before you left, oh my gosh, what do you think's waiting for you when you get back? Things that you have to pot that you didn't pot yet. I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's a lot of work. But I was looking forward to it, you know, because this is what we do. We love this stuff. So this one's pretty dry as well. So after I pot this last one, I'm gonna give them a good drink and then see how they do in here. This soil that they planted it in has a lot of like bark. There's pumice in here, or perlite. That's what we say. I'm just breaking it up a little bit because it's really dry, and as you can see, the roots look really good. So let me just move some of this. This is the time when you wish you had like 4 hands, just because of the simple fact that you can be holding, 2 hands can be holding it, and then the other 2 hands can be like pouring the dirt, or the soil, should I say. Some people hate when you say dirt. I shouldn't say hate, but they dislike when they hear the word dirt and you're working with soil. They're like, ooh, my bad. If you guys haven't had a chance to get away and like take a break from the day-to-day, I encourage you to. There's just something about getting away and being in a different environment that kind of like gives you the rest and relaxation that you need to make you want to come back and conquer all of your goals and continue to pursue your passions and your dreams. You know, there is a such thing as compassion fatigued, and us moms can get compassion fatigued because we do the same thing every day with taking care of our family. And although it's the most important job we'll ever do, it's also the most thankless job that we'll ever do. You know, people won't ever see the things that we do, especially when, you know, no one's here to see it. As well as you moms who work and take care of home. You know, you guys got a lot going on, you know, and you try to manage it the best you can. And, you know, and we thank God for the little things that we get to enjoy in life. But again, we need that rest. And so if you can get away, even a little girlfriend's trip, a little solitude trip all by yourself, one night away, do it. Ask for it, you know, ask for it. If you're at your wit's end and, you know, your husband's not listening or your wife's not listening, for you husbands that are out there as well, who maybe you manage the home, ask for the time that you need to just get a little mental break. Maybe that's going to the movie theater. You know, once a month, I do a women's group at my church, and we specifically say no kids. And the only reason why we say no kids is because we want to give an opportunity to moms to get a break that they don't typically get. And it's important. And be around other people to get adult conversation. Maybe just some encouragement from other moms who've been there, done that. And now they're in the next stage, you know, next phase in their lives. So we could always learn from each other. So I encourage you, you know, find a group to support you and encourage you in motherhood and in work, in singlehood, even if you're not a mom, just the whole day-to-day stuff. Maybe your kids are all grown up now, but you know, staying connected with other people. That's why we also like the whole Succulent community, because here on YouTube, we're able to fellowship, talk with other people who like this kind of stuff and encourage one another. You know, a lot of us have older kids, and I have both. I have one that's a young adult who's in college, and she's already a year out from being done. And I have a 9-year-old little girl who I started all over with, who is an apple of my, she's just a blessing, one of the apples of my eyes. And so we all go through different journeys, but it's nice that you can have a community and other people to encourage you. So look at this one, completely done. So now I have 2 beautiful succulents that came from Monterey, California, and I'm gonna be able to see how beautiful they grow. I love how they look, the green and the contrast of this pot. I love how the soil is exposed. I'm not gonna do any top dressing. I just wanna see the exposed soil. I'm gonna try to order online some turfus, and hopefully that'll come here pretty soon here, and I'll be at least able to have a top dressing that's eye appealing, but yet still gives me the earthy look that I want, that the soil gives me. Well, until the next video, you guys, have a blessed day and have a blessed week. God bless. Bye. Behind the scenes, take place, action 1. So this is what I was trying to tell you is I have this ring light. I don't use it for the light, mostly because I do potting outside. But this is how I'm gonna have to do it, because I did have it against the wall, but we're not gonna do that. Still gotta move all these bikes out of the way. Gotta move all of these logs. And I'm gonna put a big rug on the middle right here, an outside rug. But I just got back. But